Hi everyone, it's Suzanne Lewis of Lewis and Company Real Estate, and we are live on our Riverdale Facebook page. We're very excited to host our third live event here on this Facebook page. We are excited today to host the lovely Violet from Bob and Paige Salon. Before we get started, I just wanted to give a little bit of a background on myself. I'm a real estate agent in the neighborhood, work with a team of fantastic women. And it was several years ago that a friend of mine and I decided to co-host or sort of work together on putting together a Facebook page for the neighborhood, just because we had so many amazing people that we knew in common. I wanted to have this common space where we could work together and mention some great events that are happening in the neighborhood and just really get together as a community. That was about 4 years ago. And there was no specific reason, to be honest, to do that. It was just sort of, as I said, to get everyone together and sort of let it grow organically. It wasn't until March of this year that I started to realize, when we were all meant to be, of course, in self-isolation because of COVID-19, that I thought it'd be a great opportunity and idea to reconnect the community. And in particular, supporting some of our local businesses that makes our community one of the special areas of Toronto, in my opinion, and certainly a lot of your opinions, because when we ask people to join the Facebook group, we ask what you like about it, and a lot of people say they like the local businesses and the small sort of neighborhood within a neighborhood feel of Riverdale. So we decided to launch, as I said a few weeks ago, the live sessions Fridays at 3. And as I said, this is our third one. Very excited to, as I said, host my friend Violet at Bob and Paige, who's not only been a long time supporter of the Riverdale community, but is also a great friend. Hey, Violet.
Hi.
Hi, and so excited. This is a bit of a surprise that Violet's going to actually be speaking to us today live from Bob and Paige Salon. So Violet, can you give us a little bit maybe background of yourself and your business and how long you've been in the community?
Absolutely. So actually today marks our 12-year anniversary, May 8th, 2008. We opened up Bob and Paige. This isn't our original location. We used to be just on the other side of the street and a little bit more east. You had to kind of go down a few steps, and it was a charming little salon. And Frank and I decided to open this salon. We used to work together in Thornhill many, many moons ago. And I was working somewhere and he was working somewhere, and he kind of was like ready to do something else. And I was happy and comfortable with what I was doing. And he kind of called me up one day. He was at wine tasting one night. And one of the guys was like, hey, I have a space available for rent on Danforth. Do you guys know anyone? Frank's like, I want to come see it. I'm not even involved in this. He goes and he sees it. He thinks it's pretty cool. He calls me up. Hey, do you want to open up a salon with me? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, absolutely. And I'm like, he's always been sort of a go-to friend, someone I always trusted as a mentor and someone I trusted in the industry. And so we decided to open it. I was like, listen, let's give it a year, see what happens. You know, we're completely out of our neighborhood. We didn't know anything about this neighborhood, but we noticed that there was a lot of strollers. And we noticed there was a lot of new movement. So we opened kind of when the neighborhood had a whole like resurge of all these new people coming in. And I remember our contractor said to us when he was still building the salon, he said, you're going to call me in a year and you're going to be expanding or building a new, bigger space. And we're like, yeah, okay. I'm retiring in this space. I'm stay here forever. Yeah. So that was our home. And we started hiring a few assistants, and they turned into stylists, and they're still with us, except for one of the girls moved to Barcelona. And it just organically happened. We saw this space. It used to be a really beautiful little store, and we saw that it was up for lease. So Frank went for a little walk and was like, go check out the space across the street. Tell me what you think. And I was a little bit like, oh, I don't want to leave. You know, I'm like, I love this space, but it felt right. The windows are bright. The space was bigger. Yeah. Then we completed the downstairs, which is a bit of a nod to our original location.
Right.
So there's a little see down there. Yeah. And we've been now on the Danforth for 12 years, and I love the neighborhood. I love walking around. I love seeing clients. I love that we bring a lot of clients here that also support the neighborhood, support the restaurants, support everything. And I think it's such a sense of community here. And, you know, the one thing I love about the clients in the neighborhood is they like to shop local. They like to support local. And that's why our majority of our clientele is from the neighborhood. Yeah. You know, of course, because Frank and I had previous clientele, we do have clients that are coming in from very far away. We have clients coming in from like Uxbridge and Ajax and Bracebridge. It's pretty amazing, the support that we have from local and from far away.
Yeah, yeah. And I know you're good friends with a lot of people on the Danforth, like you said as well, other businesses. I know for me, when I come into the salon, part of it is obviously for the service, but it's also just, you know, it's very social. Like I see a lot of friends who I know and we catch up. And so it is pretty, and so what do you think makes you stand out as a business or hair salon in particular, anyway, on the Danforth or in the East End?
One of the things we really wanted to do is we wanted to create a high-end feel in a small neighborhood so that you still get that feeling of a high-end salon, but our prices are competitive. You know, I wouldn't say we're on the low end, but we're not on the highest of ends, so that we can have the whole family come. We've never been one of those salons that, you know, it's only the rich and the famous can come to Bob & Paige. We want to have like the whole family and the husbands and the children and the cousins, and it's nice to see who's friends with who and the families and the connections. Like maybe I'll be doing one of the clients and someone else does like the sister, and then you connect like, oh my God, I do your sister. That's so cool. And it's really nice.
It definitely has a cool vibe. And I know, I think you've changed a little bit, but at one point too, you were supporting a couple of graffiti artists because a couple pieces done there over time. Those are kind of cool, and those are unique ideas, definitely.
Actually, that was really cool. That's I can give a shout out to my lovely friend Jessica Gorlicki. Funny story. I actually grew up with her. I've known her since grade school.
She's a graffiti artist?
She's graffiti artist and live artist. Like she does a lot of like, she'll have like a big easel and it's spinning and she's drawing, and like I definitely say look her up on Jessgo, Jessgo on her Instagram. She's brilliant. She's super cool. She was doing handstands the whole time while she was painting. It was like, wow. I know I should have made it like I should have had like a live watch party. I had no idea the dynamic of like having someone in here creating art for us.
I love that. Yeah. That is really cool. That is really cool. So, you know, I know that you've been interviewed in a couple news media places, talking a little bit about, you know, how COVID has affected your business, which has had a huge impact. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and how things kind of went from, I guess, like you described it as like bumping, thumping, super busy, as I know it is, to, you know, where you are today or where you are right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of my clients, she's a news reporter, and she messaged me and was like, hey, I'd love to do a piece on the salon. And so she came in here, it was social distance, and we did this like beautiful little clip. And, you know, like once again, it's a Friday, ironically. And typically this place on a Friday would be like loud music. Like I'm cold right now because usually it's warm in here because all the blow dryers going and people talking and like having cappuccinos and you know, there's going to be a new normal. Like that's going to change. I don't think, at least for the first little while, that we're going to be able to serve our famous cappuccinos because I don't know what that's going to be like. Our touch points are going to be different. We're only going to use the front door. Like things are going to be different, and we want to make sure that it feels as much as it was, as organically as possible, because you're not at the doctor's office. You know, we might have to have shorter services. So maybe if you're coming in for color, you won't be able to get your big fabulous blow dry that day because we might only have a certain amount of time that you can be in the space. But until the big boys give us some rules, we can only plan so much, but we're paying attention, we're listening, we're hearing, we're going to make sure that everyone's safe and beautiful. And we appreciate so much all the clients who've been waiting for us. We've been selling a lot of root powders. that we have, and that's been really helping. And I've been talking about, which I know we have even spoken about, creative ways of doing your hair, like wearing cute little hats and like nice bandanas and tying it differently, or maybe just parting your hair on a different side.
Yeah,
maybe have less grays, or I know it's tough for the blondes who have dark hair, but it's this is our battle, right? Like today's also the day that the war ended. And my grandmother was part of that war, and our war is a lot easier. Our war was just to let your hair grow out and sit on your couch. So I think it's not that bad. It's just, we're a very fast society. We want instant gratification. We want likes on our Instagram. We want to know what's happening. And the fact that we don't know what's happening is what makes it hard. But I think we're going to be okay.
I think so too. I feel like in particular with the weather changing, the grass coming out, leaves popping, it feels a little bit more of, there's some hope, right, that we have coming out. Maybe can you talk to us a little bit about, I know a lot of businesses, have been working on pivoting and making some changes and adjustments to either their business model or ways to kind of just make it through this time. I know that you guys started to offer some delivery services of some of your products. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So something that Frank and I have been talking about for a while, we've been saying that we want to have an online store because we have clients that don't live so close, and sometimes it's just people just like ordering online. So we've been talking about it for a while, and so we decided to take this opportunity of time. I have never worked on a computer so much before. Let me tell you, I've learned a lot. So it took us about 2 weeks of some time, and uploaded basically all the lovely products that we have in the salon. So when we first started getting our orders on Shopify, I was like, I'm just going to deliver them. And Frank's like, no, I feel bad. Just go mail it. I'm like, honestly, Frank, by the time I figure out what box, what delivery tab, whatever, I'm like, I'd rather just deliver it, because the first few orders were all just clients in the neighborhood. Yeah. So then I like with my gloves and my mask and all safely, I would leave it on the step. I would ring the doorbell. I would step back nice and safely, and seeing the clients was like heartwarming. So then I was like, unless someone lives like super far away, like we had someone order from Guelph the other day, we had someone who ordered from Calgary as well. Unless they live far, I do actually enjoy the home delivery, because it's nice to see. It's nice to see the clients, and I appreciate the support, of course, because it's helping, balance out the no clients and no income at all coming in. So when we have the product sitting here, and people need shampoo and they need root powder, so we figured it was a good time to make a store.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. So just so people who are listening and watching right now, and they can help to support you, they go to bobandpaige.com, and that's where they get it?
Go to bobandpaigesalon.com, and on the top or on your phones, either scroll on your phone or on the top right corner, you'll see shopping. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, follow me if you're on Instagram, Bob and Paige Salon, Paige with an I. And if you go to my little store there, you can also shop directly off of there. It connects you right into the Shopify. It's a really good platform, and it's been working, So we had a bit of a rush in the beginning. It's been quiet. We were offering gift wrap for Mother's Day.
Right.
So we had a few of those. Wrapping was interesting. All these new tests for me, but it's nice to be able to do these things for our people.
I think honestly, to your point is one, I was excited just to see you and to see your face. It was exciting when you popped up in the salon. I'm like, all these things that I think are warming to our hearts about the neighborhood and people that we know. And even when I'm out walking the dog, it's just nice to see someone again at a distance, but see their face and kind of going, it feels like a long time. And I think with everyone, we're all looking forward to hopefully getting back to some kind of new normal together. But I think the most important part about our community in Riverdale is the community, and is the people, are the people. And so that in particular, you're in a very social environment where you see people coming and going all the time. So I can imagine that's really
it's nice, I'm enjoying it. And then I ordered some stickers so that if I do send things, I can like put stickers on the boxes. And so I've been having fun just kind of getting this little side business going, because
Well, that's the thing. I feel like during these times, you know, we have to be creative. We have to kind of go out of the box and do, you know, have unique thinking. You know, as I said, even putting together these live sessions wasn't something that I even thought about 4 years ago. And now it's something like, this is a way that we can, as I said, support local, help each other, and, you know, see what we could do together as a community. So I think, you know, just a shift like this sometimes, you know, propels new imagination, which I think if we're going to look for certain gifts, I think this would be a gift of this time for sure.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's said by the queen of Riverdale herself. I remember years ago there was a bunch of like lawn signs with like all the politicians, and then I think it was like, you a politician, you a politician. So I think all the kids in the neighborhood actually thought that you were running for office because your face was on every single lawn.
Yeah, so I said that. I forgot about that.
I love stories, but this is the thing, right? That's the beauty of the neighborhood, like stories like that. And like, I know there's been times where clients have been like, "Oh, I need to sell my house." I'm like, "You need to meet this lady. Like, she's gonna," and you're amazing. You're supportive. You live in here, so you know the neighborhood and you push the neighborhood in a way that I think is important.
Yeah. Well, passion goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
When you're passionate about what you do, it makes things always a little more fun and easier to do. Okay, well, thank you so much. I mean, this has already been almost 20 minutes.
Already?
I know, right?
I could talk for like an hour with you.
I know. Was there anything else you wanted to add and talk a little bit more about?
I did bring a little something just because, I don't know. So this was from many years ago, our old location. It was a little, for when we won Interior Design of the Year of our old salon location.
So who designed that?
Well, we had a designer work with us, but it was, she was really great. She found an inspiration photo that we all agreed on. And every time we went shopping, she was like, take your inspiration photo. And she taught us how to figure it out, basically. And it was pretty amazing. And my little trophy there, and Frank and I got to go on stage and win that. And it's so many good memories here, and the clients and the team, and, you know, helping people with their hair and their troubles. And I just can't wait to have people back in here and our team. And we had a Zoom meeting today, and, you know, just seeing everyone, it's nice. It's important. So I can't wait to start doing some hair again and making people feel.
We can't wait either. We can't wait either. So thank you so much for all that. I really appreciate it, Violet. You're awesome. And say hi to Frank as well, co-owner with Violet too. Absolutely. And all your awesome staff, who we miss as well very much. And we look forward to now. Is there anything else that the community can help you with? I know that you said too, like just having a little patience when we are able to come in, patience with like finding times and booking times and making all that happen.
Yeah, so everyone just needs to remember, not everyone could come on the first day.
Yeah.
What it is. We are thinking about doing things like opening earlier, closing later, so that we can accommodate more people. If we're thinking about opening 6 to 7 days a week, at least for the first few weeks, just to get everyone in, especially because if we're going to be limited on how much time we're allowed and how many people we're allowed in the space. So we have plans and ideas. We just have to see what we're allowed. So now if we can utilize upstairs and downstairs, we can fit a lot more people in here, but it's just a matter of how many people will be allowed in our space. So we're hoping that we can utilize the whole space with social distancing. Like all our trays move, the chairs move. So it's really easy for us to spread it all out, which is amazing.
Yeah. No, you already have like quite a bit of space in there, which is really nice. You're not very cramped up together. So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, looking forward to seeing you again. Give you a big hug.
I know.
Right?
Great.
So thank you so much.
Elbow bumping for the
elbow bump. I know. Have
the foot bumps or.
And happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Remember the 10th?
Thought we'd be closed on our 12-year anniversary.
I know. Well, I remember the 10th anniversary, right?
We had a big party with a candy bar and drinks, and
I know.
Catered by the lovely Brooke, and like, oh my God.
Yeah, she was amazing. Well, maybe we'll do 12.5.
There you go. Maybe.
All right. Thank
Awesome.
you so much. Appreciate
you.
it. Good to see you. Love you very much. And have a great weekend.
Thank you.